made-up tale.
Come on, baby!
Folks, pay close attention.
The poop fairy.
What are we doing?
It's all happening. Everybody see Richie? Yo. Back there.
Repeat the line.
No, I cannot remember.
Live from Command Center Alpha 1, it's the OBDM podcast. Now here's your hosts, Mr. Falcon and the Rascal.
It has been quite a day.
Wrong.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another fun-filled podcast adventure. Trying to set it up, trying to finish it off. There we go. Bing, bang, boom. Yes, my name's Midnight Mike. And Cretch is over there on screen.
I am. Look at me. This is me on screen.
He's as healthy as a regalian ox.
I'm as healthy as a regalian ox.
I got a back like a ramrod.
Back like a ramrod. Healthy as a regalian ox. And
Still don't know what that means, by the way, the ramrod thing.
Joe's over there. Don't forget about him.
Just forget about me. I don't care anymore.
What the heck's going on, Joe?
Nothing. No, my eyes were going crazy, though. I had to put my glasses on post-haste right before the show. I think I'm getting pink eye. I was rubbing a turd in my eye, and somebody said you're not supposed to do that.
Hey, you want to stop doing that?
I'm not a doctor, but I don't think that's good. It's probably not the best way. I don't know. There's probably some ancient way, some medieval version of medicine. It's like, here, go home, grab a piece of cow dung and spread that in your eye, and that will cure your violent diarrhea.
It'll cure your headache.
Oh, okay.
So it'll cure something.
I'll do it. Well, hey, welcome back, everyone. It's Wednesday, and we got a lot of things to get to. We have a lot of problematic things to talk about, and we'll see what happens here. We got the observers, people in the live show. They're observing the show, and people will be making notes, making comments in the live chat. Hopefully, the stream is good. I don't know. I tried to reboot a lot of stuff to make sure that the video is not stuttering and stammering. I know there's been complications on the Twitch and D Live when people are watching live. I'm not sure of the exact reason yet, but I will try to take a look at this weekend. So let me know if it's still happening. We'll see what we can do.
It's all happening.
Yeah, it's all happening. What am I talking about? Let me know if it's happening. It's all happening.
It's all happening.
All right. Well, let's start things off. It's Wednesday. That means it's Alex Jones Clips of the Week. Let's see if we got anything over there. I think we do. Yes, we do. Let's see here. We got some stuff from Thursday. I think September 8th. Oh, yes. Here we go. Let's start things off. Here we go.
Eat that poop. So delicious. He admittedly had sex with dead children at the hospital. That's pretty liberal, though, right? He's into things like eating poop. Shows as awake as I am. Prince Charles is a really evil, horrible black person. She didn't care about anybody but her own fat ass. The queen died. Okay. Ding dong, the wicked witch is dead. Treat white people like SH-T.
Why didn't he say poop on the last one?
I don't know. Maybe he was reading someone's tweet. So he was reading it verbatim. I don't know. We'll see if we can get clarification on that. And here's Friday. Here we go.
Bull crap. Globalists have a real hard on for Africans. I'm still a fat ass. Shut up. That keeps your ass on your toes, boy. The other day I was driving around after work and I realized, my gosh, I'm way below E. I'm about to run out. I was like hurrying to a gas station. I'm like, okay, God, can I just be a little above E all the time? God goes, no, you're below E, bitch.
Honest conversations with God and Alex Jones.
You had to get to that gas station.
cigarettes,
You had to get
and lottery
you
tickets,
had to get that.
and chewing tobacco.
Yes, you did.
And Hot Pockets.
Yeah.
And honey buns.
Yeah.
And coffee.
Yep.
And Gatorade. And Coca-Cola. And aspirin.
Mm-hmm.
And lighters. And ice cream.
And magazines?
And potato chips. And magazines.
There it is.
Yeah.
He forgot milk.
He did. He's got to go back to. He'll go back again. He'll make another run. You know.
Sweet potatoes and collard greens and a big salad and corn on the cob and deviled eggs and green beans and chicken fried steaks.
And he said, "Hey, he's got the dump on a chicken fried steak, doesn't he?"
Yeah, he does. He likes to do that too. Yeah.
Took a big dump.
All right. Let's finish.
After those two lists, though, do you think he forgot to get gas?
Probably forgot why he originally went to the gas station.
He's like, well, I got everything on my list. Oh,
I do that sometimes. Sometimes you go to the grocery store and you're hell-bent on buying. You have like one need to get item on your list, and then you leave the grocery store and it's like, I forgot to get that one item. It happens all the time. I got honey buns and cigarettes. I forgot to get
distracted in the impulse buy aisle.
Yeah. I only shop at the impulse buy. It's all I shop. If they don't got it there, I'm not buying it.
They need a store that's nothing but the impulse buys. And I don't
I
mean
like
a
it,
convenience
yeah.
store, because the convenience store started that way, but I mean, like, the rest of the store is there, but it's just all impulse buys.
Impulse buys lighters and candies and
Yeah.
Honey buns.
tchotchkes and shit. And then there's
Yeah,
only
cigarettes.
high price, high ticket items at the cash register.
And it should be like you walk in and it is just one big long aisle. And so you can
Giant
only walk
aisle.
one direction through it. And there's no turning back. You can only grab once. There's no turning back.
That's why some stores did it during COVID. They had directional aisles, and they put
Yeah.
things on the
Science. It was science, crud shit.
ground. COVID only goes one direction, Joe.
Mhm.
Get
It
it?
only goes one way.
Well, we got a few more clips from Alex Jones here. Maybe we'll get some more ideas off of these amazing clips. We'll find out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Let's look at these headlines. The TV told me that if I eat bugs and pay more money to the government, the weather will get gooder. Your breath smells like dog food.
There's a meme with that text.
Yeah, he was reading the meme.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay.
Yeah.
I like him counting. That's
Yeah.
maybe he's auditioning for the Alex Jones children's show.
He's counting his lawsuits.
I probably could. Maybe he is. I definitely could set up like an Alex Jones goes to Sesame Street. I have enough clips where he could be a
Says all the
special
names.
guest on Sesame Street.
Oh no, it was what was the name show? The where they call it the crap
Romper Room?
Romper Room. Thank you.
Yeah. I see Billy.
You need a clip of him
Todd.
saying "I see" and then just rattle off all the names.
I see.
Kevin, David, Tyler, Daryl, Joseph, Paul, Gordon, Todd, James.
It's a bit of a faster paced show than it
But
was.
in
back
between
the day.
two of those lists of names, throw in the list of food too. Just
Yeah.
to
Oh
see-
yeah. Just alternate it. Okay. We'll work it.
And wasn't there that little up would come out of the tree? Do you remember the up character?
It's been so long since I've watched Romper Room, but I did watch the other day the intro to Kids Incorporated. You remember Kids
Oh,
Incorporated?
good lord, yes.
I remember the name.
We'll play that theme song after this.
Kids
Incorporated.
Oh my god.
People under 40 are not going to remember that. But
Nope.
one last overview here for Alex Jones. Here we go.
He loves having sex with animals, literally, folks. It's drooling on air about pleasuring donkeys. He's gay. How will injecting heroin give me a cure from heroin addiction? How will drinking Jack Daniels cure me of alcoholism? How will eating 55 Twinkies make me lose weight? The head of Chinese intelligence controls me. I haven't been told what to do in a month. Well, that's a pleasant screw up because I sent the crew the clip of them on Vioxx. So I don't know how that happened, but that was pretty powerful. What the hell are you talking about? What was that?
There you go. There's your Alex Jones clips of the week. Some good stuff in there. Definitely got some good stuff. I definitely got to add this one to the news rotation.
Let's look at these headlines.
Absolutely. Brilliant right there. And Kids Incorporated. Let's play this theme song, Joe. Come on. Let's listen to this theme song. Come on.
We'll see if it comes back.
Yeah, come on, Kids Incorporated. Here we go. Come on, play it, you son of a bitch. I'm going to get happy. Come on. Oh, here we go.
It's Kids Incorporated, the hottest new rock and roll show on television. It's all about kids, with kids, and for kids. Grab your socks, get ready to rock. It's Kids Incorporated.
Ready, look around, hear the sound. Something special's gonna come your way. We've got something
It's really loud.
new that is true.
Come on, let's
We've got
rock,
something
Joe.
just for you today.
I'll turn it down a little bit.
That's just Zoom stepping on it.
This is awesome. Have you heard? Have you heard, Joe? Come on. Kids Incorporated. K-I-D-S.
Oh yeah, bullshit.
How many people are unsubscribing right now?
Incorporated. Yes.
I remember I used to hate this show. Now that I know why I don't
Now
remember
you
it that
remember?
well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Now I remember.
So famous people on Kids Incorporated: Stacey Fergie Ferguson, Mario Lopez, Jennifer
Really?
Love Hewitt. Yeah.
Wow, Mario. Didn't know Mario was involved.
And every one of them was molested at least one time by the producer.
On camera,
Unconfirmed,
on
but
camera.
probably. Knowing how it's run, sure.
The joke of it is a bit of trivia. Kids Incorporated was not actually incorporated. They were actually a limited liability company. They were just an
Yes,
LLC.
yes. Well, hey, let's get the show off to a grand old start here. Let's get on over there and make things happen. Let's do it. I'm going to start things off by talking about September 24th. Oh, yes. There's been a lot of hubbub about this particular date. Joe, have you heard about this date? I'm sure you
Yes, and once again, we're gonna have
Tell me about it.
we're gonna have a tie-in with our content. Once
Okay.
again.
Well, September 24th, for people who don't know, there was a person in like German parliament who came out and said the date of September 24th will live in infamy. And everyone will remember exactly where they were at when this date happened. So here's the screenshot up on screen. It's horribly made. But essentially, he came out and said, everyone will remember where you're at when September 24th occurs, whatever that is. And it's like an undisclosed or an uncommented event. So something that people are speculating, something big will happen on September 24th. And there's people speculating, well, it could be an EMP. It could be a nuclear explosion.
Why don't you not speculate and let's read the messages? All right, let the people speculate.
I speculate, Joe, because I do better speculation than these people. But I'll read the messages. Here's the first message up here. Will this have anything to do with the 24th? The German government has told the public to stay indoors on the 24th. The city of Denver are giving out emergency survival packs to all citizens and told to prepare for the 24th. Don't know why. They say it will change everything. So I don't know if the thing about Denver is true. I have no idea. Is that true?
Ask Charlie. Get him on the phone right now.
Yeah, Charlie, are you being handed survival packs by the local government there? Probably. I don't know.
He's like, fuck that shit. I got so much better at the house.
He's actually in line for a survival pack right now. There is a news story on that if you want that, the Denver thing.
Yeah, sure. It'd be great. Then the next one below that is NHS shot people aged between 18 and 80 to be hospital patients Friday, the 24th September, paid. So it's a crisis actor position. So we are shooting for the NHS between Thursday, the 23rd, and Saturday, the 25th of September, and have a variety of requirements. On the 24th, we are looking for men and women between 18 and 80 to be hospital patients. So it sounds like they're doing some sort of crisis scenario, and they need actors to come down and play a role. And then the one right up above that, member of parliament just said, like, hey, like I kind of paraphrased and reiterated, everyone will not forget September 24th of 2022, and everyone will know exactly where he or she was. Why does he believe that September 24th will be so historic? This video clip's been going around. And then below that is Jefferson County Emergency Management volunteers needed for mass casualty exercise. I believe that's related to the crisis actor advertisement that I just read. And so they need 50 volunteers to act as persons injured from a natural disaster or wildfire, specifically. Victims will be given an injury card, and the first responders will triage and sort the victims for their response training. So that's the message right there. Beyond that, people have been digging back through all sorts of medias looking for predictors, and one of those is of The Simpsons. The Simpsons on episode 24 of season 9, I believe, or maybe, no, I'm sorry, it's season 24, episode 9.
Well, that's just trash Simpsons.
It is Homer becoming a prepper. And then, so during the course of that, Homer is getting in with the local preppers, maybe local militia, maybe is what they're insinuating. And they're all getting ready for this big event, even though it's not really articulated what the event is. So just a little clip of this, of The Simpsons right here.
7 EMP. Electromagnetic pulse.
A burst of radiation that knocks out every electrical system in the country.
Impending doom.
What's you reading, Dad?
Honey, everything's fine. It's nothing to worry about.
When things go south, the sheeple will clean out every supermarket in town.
Typical sheeple.
And so he's just going through, like the Simpsons are just going through there, saying Homer's prepping, and he's got his Bugout bag. He's trying to get his family into this community. But in the end, there is like a small EMP blast from the nuclear reactors in Springfield there.
And remember, I don't know if you were going to mention it, but the 9/11 on the comic book or the newspaper or whatever.
I wasn't going to mention that. Did it mention September 23rd?
No, but Simpsons
24th?
is somewhat famous for these esoteric
yeah.
things where Bart's holding that document. I forget what it was, but the shape is 9/11 and it's the Twin Towers.
Yeah, I'll put it up. It was a bus advertisement. We'll put it up.
Yep.
And even recently, Simpsons was pretty good about the Queen's death. They had the Queen's death as 2022. So the Simpsons, pretty good track record here. And recently, a lot of celebrities and people of note, ranging from Mark Ruffalo to AOC, have been pretty open about unsure if they're going to be around much longer.
What about Mario Lopez? Did he weigh in?
Not Mario Lopez, Mark Ruffalo. Mark Ruffalo, the Hulk. He said, hey, I'll keep doing things as long as I'm around, but who knows how long that's going to be. And AOC did an interview recently stating that she was unsure of what's going to come of the future. And so here is a little bit of what happened on this date, the 24th of September, in the future. Or not in the future, but from here in the past. So here's a historical events of September 24th. And some of the most notable ones, I looked at this entire list, some of the more notable events that would happen on the 24th of September were atomic weapons testing, nuclear weapons testing, specifically underground. In 1951, the USSR performs nuclear test. And if you just go through here, it seems like the 24th of September is a pretty popular day for nuclear testing. So 51 is a nuclear test. 1960, first nuclear aircraft is launched. And
like that underwater volcano erupts in 52.
Yeah.
USS Enterprise, what happened to that?
And then the 1968 of September 24th, 1968, U.S. performs nuclear test at Nevada test site. And then in 1978, USSR performs underground nuclear test. And 79, another nuclear test by the USSR. And then 81, another nuclear test by the U.S. at the Nevada test site. And so there's about 11 nuclear-related events on that date, the 24th of September, throughout history. And then I found this clip. I will play this. This is from a podcast. These are the Sons of Liberty. And so this guy went back and found the original speech from the German in Parliament talking about what was going on. And this is his interpretation of what this means.
I'll remember later, we will say once, I know exactly where I was when I heard the first news of the war in Ukraine and saw the first pictures of it. Okay, so that right there is the context for this whole September 24th stuff. That's the whole context of it. That part was out of the clip. So that's why I went back and added it in there. I was also able to find, because I didn't know the guy's name or any of this stuff, and it wasn't coming up in any of the searches. All of the searches were this mysterious thing based off this one clip. So Forbes put out a little part on this, and they came to the same conclusion that I came to when I did the update and when I saw the full context of what the guy was saying. And that is, following Schultz's Sunday speech, and we'll get to the substance in a minute, Friedrich Merz, the German opposition leader, head of the CDU-CSU alliance, also spoke in support of the government almost unconditionally. Merz began with the same grave sense of marking the moment, this 24th September 22, so maybe it was the 24th that he was speaking instead of the 27th. That's what the date is they had on this video, the original video here.
So in his estimation is that if you listen to the full context of the speech, the guy was talking about the Russian invasion of Ukraine, and that the person in Parliament simply misspoke, and it has been taken, put out there, and people have been running with it on Twitter and all over the internet trying to find other things that link up to that date. But I do think it's remarkable that people found that there is a drill going on in which that they're going to hire crisis actors to do some sort of mass casualty event. That's fascinating. There's other things that are interesting, like what Joe brought up last episode about the Catholic Church moving all its money by the end of the month. So there are other things going on, regardless of the context of that clip. And that's all I got, Joe. Hopefully you have more on this.
I just have, I a lot of times I put a lot of stuff together throughout the, between shows. And today some stuff started coming up and I was like, okay, we might have to do real-time research on the show.
Okay.
Can we do that?
Well, you can research. I
want to put it out there for us. It is kind of news, and I have clips if I can. I'd have to find stuff in real time, but I'll just start dropping stuff in here, and you can pick where we want to go, or we can take them one by one.
Is this related to the 24th of September?
It's related to a lot of things happening in Confluence.
I do have that Denver story about the 24th.
Yeah, let's bring.
Yeah, let's look at that one.
Because I got to talk about UFOs over Ukraine because that's very important. It's more significant than just about UFOs.
Also, I do want to point out, regardless of what happens on the 24th of December, I know where the three of us will be.
We'll be doing a show
doing
here.
This show.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So if something happens, we'll be here to talk about it. So. As for the story about the Bugout bags in Denver, I think they do have like a local news report here that I will play, and maybe it'll shed some light on everything that's going on in Denver. These Bugout bags they're not cheap if they're good ones. If it's like a good Bugout bag, then.
National Preparedness Month, and Denver is now handing out free bug-out bags to help you just in case you run into emergency. Lisa D'Souza live at that free event at the Montbello Rec Center. Lisa, okay. All right, I asked you last time. I need to know the checklist of everything I got to put in my bug-out bag.
Oh, I got a list for you.
We've got it all ready to go. Good morning, Ashley. So this event officially opens up here at the Montbello Rec Center at 10 o'clock this morning from 10 a.m. to 2. You can stop by and get a free bug out bag. Just like I said, this is all for National Preparedness Month. And this is all being put on by Denver Emergency Management. All right, so let's take a look at some of the items that you can get for free by coming by. You got batteries,
Cigarettes,
looks like we've got some matches, a can opener, toilet paper, paper towels, toilet paper, paper towels. We've got cotton balls, and then really everything you would need from a first aid kit as well. We've got hydrogen peroxide, Band-Aids, other first aid essentials, flashlights, really all sorts of things that you could potentially need in an emergency. So this is all part of a national campaign. If you can't make it out today, again, it's from 10 a.m. to 2 here at the Montbello Rec Center. But if you can't make it out today, there is another event happening on Saturday, September 24th. So 2 opportunities to get these free emergency preparedness bags. That is over at the College View Rec Center, also from 10 a.m. to 2. Now, if you want to be 100% sure you're going to be able to get a bag before they run out, you can also go online to reserve these bags at denver.org/denverready. So really an important...
And I think the giveaway ends on September 24th.
You're shitting me.
So
I'm trying denver.org/denverready. It's not working. I need my bug out bag.
So what this article says, this article goes into it. So the Denver Office of Emergency Management is responding to conspiracies surrounding the bug out bag giveaway. Several YouTube videos have circulated since Denver OEM announced the giveaway. Quote, "We have been made aware of a video that is circulating on social media by Conspiracy Theory Network alleging that our bug out bag giveaway for National Preparedness Month is a result of a known or expected disaster in Denver." The conspiracy theorists said that Denver is giving away bug out bags because city officials know of or expect a disaster to happen in the city. Some of the theorists said it is because of the September 24th giveaway date, which will take place from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So, Charlie, get down there and get me a bag, please. And
he's in line right now.
Okay.
Yeah, so they were debunking it by saying they are doing it, but it's not because of that. So shut up.
They're
Also,
doing
we're
it
hiring
for
crisis actors for no reason.
Well, I didn't even know there was National Preparedness Month. When did this happen?
You're not very prepared, Mike.
Well, I thought being a prepper was being considered loony and wrong. We've been told preppers and people who prepare for disasters, natural or man-made, are lunatics, and you shouldn't do it. But now there's a National Preparedness Month. When did this start?
Well, that's a good point. I don't know. Probably
I'm getting conflicting information
or something. Now, I'm going to look it up. National Preparedness Month. Maybe they want to discourage you, so there's more stuff to go around for them.
All right, Joe. You put some interesting links in the carrot shop there.
Yeah, put a bunch, right?
Yeah.
So scroll up to the top and let's just take them one by one. Some of them are out of order, but maybe we can piece them all together. I think maybe the first one we should start with, and it might get us to work backwards, is go to the Washington Examiner. I'm going to try to find a clip that is relevant to it right now. But
Examiner. Okay, I'll try to. I'm trying to go through the clips here. I see Moscow Times. I see.
It should be the one on the bottom.
Okay. Oh, I see. Yep. Top members of Congress spotted going to secure room with CIA director.
The bathroom.
Oh.
That's some good news on that front.
I guess they're going to a secure room together. Okay, I'm into the speculation. Top lawmakers were seen going into a sensitive compartmented information facility, or the SCIF, with CIA Director William Burns at the Capitol on Tuesday. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy, and House Intelligence Committee Chairman Adam Schiff were part of the group, according to a tweet from Punchbowl News reporters. Okay. Fascinating. Two meetings were taking place Tuesday as a fire alarm went off, prompting a brief Capitol Visitor Center evacuation. Well, that's a little weird and coincidental. Wouldn't in spy movies, Like typically when there's like a big meeting and then an alarm goes off, typically like that's when you pass secrets to one another, things that you don't want other people to see you're passing to one another.
Interesting.
That's my take on it. It's like, hey, pass the briefcase, pass the shoe over here. Is the note in the shoe? They were an intelligence committee meeting and a Gang of 8 meeting with Burns per the Axios reporter. Okay. The Gang of 8
try playing the clip because we kind of got the idea, but this is on this show that's becoming one of my favorites of late. I can't remember. I think
we do a good show. Yes, it is one of your.
Yeah, so it should be set to a time where I think they started off their show today with this.
Okay, we'll try a little bit of this. Here we go.
This is Crystal and Sugar.
At our top story, let's talk about this. Yeah. Something big is happening, and we're not being told exactly what it is. Yesterday, there was this bizarre meeting. We understand where the head of the CIA went to the Capitol building and got together with the Gang of 8. Now, the Gang of 8 are the top lawmakers, right? They're sort of meant to sort of rise above all of the political fray. And just when there's some sort of a crisis, when there's some sort of a big issue, they get together.
Yes.
The Gang of 8 does. So they met with the head of the CIA, and they met in a private skiff room in the basement of the Capitol yesterday. It was a really bizarre, this meeting was hastily called. According to Jake Sherman, the reporter, he's an excellent reporter from Punchbowl News. He used to be a writer for Politico. Now he's on it.
I'm going to pause right here. So, okay, typically the CIA would only want to brief people if it's a foreign threat, correct? Because the CIA technically should have nothing to do with events going on within the United States.
No,
they never do. Yeah.
No.
Well, correct me on that.
The CIA is not allowed to operate agents.
So they're not allowed to
They have
operate.
intelligence about everything.
Okay, so they have intelligence in or out, but they can't do anything within the borders.
They can't act on it. They hand it off to domestic agencies such as local law enforcement, FBI.
I don't think they care anymore. They do whatever the hell they
This is
want.
what's on the
how the rules are written.
This is what's written down.
Now all they have to do is just say Trump and then go do whatever the hell they want.
That's true.
Let's finish this clip.
His own with Punchbowl, but he broke this story. Said Pelosi, Adam Schiff, McCarthy, and Burns, meaning Burns, the
Mr. Burns,
head of the
Mr.
CIA, are going to the skiff with Burns and the director Burns in the basement of the Capitol. Really bizarre. And then this is so the skiff room, if you're not familiar, is a sensitive compartmentalized information facility. That's what it is, which is to give them a briefing. They're giving them some kind of a briefing. We don't know what. Why won't they tell us what this is? When pressed about it, they kept quiet. What's really bizarre that as this meeting was actually unfolding yesterday, a fire alarm went off in the building, and there was a brief evacuation of the Capitol. They went back in and continued these secret meetings. So take a look at this. This was the fire alarm going off. As you can see, something was going on here in the basement. They had to be kind of shuttled out. You can see.
Okay, we don't need to watch. So you want to speculate? I'll speculate right now.
Do it.
Do you want to get all the data points first, or do you want to speculate?
No, speculation.
I'm going to speculate right now, and then we'll get more data points. So speculation. The CIA has intel, or claim to be intel, that Russians are working with certain MAGA Republicans for some kind of domestic terror threat.
Why don't you get the data points?
Okay.
That's
my first
wasting
speculation.
airtime.
Well, yeah, that's what the show does.
Yeah. Okay.
and then they're going to go pee on the bed somewhere.
Yeah. I have more speculation, but
no. Click the Google search because it's. I wonder if it's showing you the same thing it's showing for me.
The very top one. There's somebody just links and no headlines, so it's tough for me to know.
It's a google.com search. It's the very last link. UTF blah 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 blah. blah. Just see what it says if you have it on screen.
I have Russian oil chief who fell to death.
That's not the last one.
Okay.
Scroll down.
Okay. There we go. It looks like the results below are changing quickly. Top members of Congress spotted going to secure room. Jake Sherman on Twitter, Pelosi, Schiff, McCarthy.
Yes. So basically, we know that the results are changing quickly is when they're, it's like when the black cat walks by.
So what are you searching for?
I'm searching for, Pelosi, Schiff, McCarthy, blah, 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 blah. So then go to the link above that. And this is something that happened yesterday. Biden made a surprise. Like, you know how his day is. Like, he basically wakes up, eats an ice cream cone, and goes right back to bed, and then that lesbian gives a press conference, and that's the end of it.
Yeah, he's got a full day.
Come on, man.
So yesterday he went and made an unannounced trip to Delaware.
Biden dropped. Okay, this is according to the headline here. Biden drops in on Delaware to vote in person for primary. Okay, I mean he's a hands-on kind of guy. He wants to get his hands dirty and go vote. So okay.
But he's all about mail-in ballots until
Well, President Joe Biden made a quick jaunt to his home state on Tuesday evening to vote in Delaware's primary. I wonder who he voted for. We should ask him. One of the last rounds of contests ahead of the November elections. Biden is known for taking any excuse to escape the White House for his family home, but most of his trips are during the weekends. This time, he and the First Lady Jill Biden were gone for only a few hours, which still required the usual assortment of security motorcades plus the flight on Air Force One. So, okay.
Yeah, apparently it was very expensive. And if you want to keep blasting, there's another one that goes down that's a little more, it's just all these things. Like, what are these pieces? What are we doing here? The Google search.
So Trump in DC, Trump called in to pro January 6th rally at the DC jail. That's the top result I have. And so,
well, no, it's actually I give you the Google search just to see what goes on and what we have. But the news this week was that 2 days ago, Trump makes a surprise visit. He's been there for a minute. So he went to, you saw this, right?
Yeah, Trump went to DC. He hung around on a golf course, talked to some people, and looked like he was they were colluding with each other to get their story straight.
But it was unannounced. All of it was unannounced. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So then here's one.
I did get audio from that golf course, and this is what Trump said to him.
My mother would say, "You love trucks." I do.
He brought everyone together just to say that.
I always love trucks.
So look at that next one, because boy, oh boy, we are just racking and stacking over here.
Okay, breaking. Putin's limousine is hit by a loud bang. Impossible attack. Russian leader is left unharmed.
Wow, that's weird.
So is that an assassination attempt? So when did this come out? This came out
pothole
today.
It could have been. They got horrible roads up there in Russia.
They do.
So that was on the just a few hours ago. So okay, assassination attempt. That's huge. If that's true, then the 24th of September could mean a nuclear test or detonation by Russia.
That's what well, yeah, I mean, you're speculating again, but let's.
Well, that's what I do.
I know. Go to the next one, because this is all rapidly happening, around everybody, and it's all very quiet. I don't even know what they're talking about on the news right now.
The next is Russia Daily, Ivan Peppercorn. What if he's
Peppercorn?
So this is just his top stories. So Putin's man in the Far East dies in bizarre fall from a boat. Yeah, there's been a lot of top Russian guys dying lately.
Yeah. I'm just trying to find that search because I have it somewhere.
How do you die falling from a boat? Don't you just hit water at that point?
Well, and one of the other people who died fell out of a damn hospital window somehow, but he was all beaten up. I'm trying to find all these. Right before the show, I found all this crazy shit.
Okay. This is great. I'll go down to the next one down here that you have. And this is China and Russia meeting very soon. Xi and Putin to discuss Ukraine war at meeting at the Kremlin. Putin and Xi to meet in Uzbekistan at key time for Russia. Well, if they're meeting, I guess this is according to the Kremlin. Are they meeting in Uzbekistan? I guess so. Let's see. China Xi visits Central Asia ahead of expected meeting with Putin. Okay, so he's making some stops. Let's see. Xi to meet Putin in first trip outside China since COVID began. Okay. So Xi's terrified of COVID. Interesting.
Who knows?
All right.
All right. So then let's do this next one. So that's an extension of. We're kind of getting a sidetrack. We're going to go back to. I can't find the most recent one because, like I said, I got a boatload of links, and I'm just working on the fly here. But CNBC has this next article about. I think it's up to 11 now, but just to kind of give you an idea, Lukoil chairman, which is a Russian energy company, Ravel Maganov, is the 8th Russian energy executive to die suddenly on this whole war, pretty much about energy and control and all the other stuff. So, I think
But he's
that's
dead,
pretty,
right? He's dead now.
probably pretty dead.
Well,
Yeah, there's
you
a
gotta
lot.
be careful.
Well, when you're dead, when they declare you dead, I think that qualifies.
I mean, like I was saying, he's dead now, so you just got to be careful.
Probably. I get you the Bill Gates.
Yeah, that's the Bill Gates recommendation right now.
I have a totally unrelated thing, but related to Bill Gates that we can use to walk away from this whole segment because it's kind of like, it's heavy. Like if you're never going to see your family again and you might have to eat like bugs for the rest of your life, like that's not going to be good. But at the same time, this one started popping off.
Okay.
It's a Google search, and you can just maybe pick whatever one you want.
Let me close some tabs here. I'm running out of tabs. And this is what? How do you know how to pronounce it? Some Russian province?
Armenia and Azerbaijan.
Azerbaijan. Okay. And some of the headlines here: Armenia, Azerbaijan clashes, test Russia's support for regional ally. U.S. concerned Russia may arm Armenia. Armenia out in Azerbaijan clash rises fears of broader conflict. So we're talking about not just the conflict within Ukraine and Russia right there. It's going regional. That's what I'm picking up here, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's, you got to think about the two-front war aspect and who's benefiting and why did this pop off now. I think Turkey's trying to negotiate something with this, or wasn't there's something else like
Turkey?
Yeah, Turkey was trying. I don't know if they were trying to negotiate this one, but there was another one that was going on. Something with, was it Greece?
I don't know.
Turkey and
but
Greece
there's another one going
years,
on. Sorry?
Okay.
So Turkey and Greece have been fighting for 4,000 years.
However, the idea being that there's all this crap going on all at one time, if it's ever been untenable in my lifetime, I would say this is the most untenable it's ever been.
I'm trying to figure out when it was tenable. But true. This is, there's a lot of stuff popping off. There's a ton of stuff popping off. I do find the meeting between the CIA and the Gang of Eight to be very concerning.
What is Adam Schiff going to contribute to anything?
I don't know. Huh. I do have something related to the conflict. I'll bring it up. Unless are you done with your barrage?
No. Just tell me when you want to get out of here because I've got one more clip and it's somewhat happy, but it's also just a reminder of where we are.
Well, let's get out of here. Let's play the happy clip and we'll move on. If we got to circle back, we'll circle back. You know how we do it. I'll bring this up on screen because honestly, this should be concerning. What I'm going to talk about here.
Is it the UFOs?
Yeah.
Are they going to talk more about naked boys?
You laugh, Joe, but there's
naked boys being beamed out of UFOs.
This is more concerning. I'll explain why. So here's the headline here. Ukraine's astronomers report that they have been seeing UFOs everywhere over Ukraine. An ongoing research effort to observe and document UAPs over Ukraine has reportedly turned up quite a lot of sightings. The study, which is being conducted by astronomers from the main astronomical observatory at the National Academy of Science in Ukraine, have been using two meteor stations situated in Kyiv and another town to look for UFOs. Given that Ukraine is in a war zone, it's perhaps not unexpected that there should be a lot of planes, drones, and other aerial vehicles frequenting the skies over the country. But as it turns out, researchers have been documenting a significant number of objects whose nature is not clear. The paper's authors describe two categories of UAPs: cosmic, which are very luminous objects, brighter than a star, and phantoms, very dark objects that appear black against the night sky. These objects were detected numerous times, often in groups of several at a time. Researchers also recorded some of them moving at considerable speeds. Flights of a single group or squadron of the ships were detected, moving at speeds from 3 to 15 degrees per second. I don't know what that means, 3 to 15 degrees per second. Some bright objects exhibited regular brightness variability in a range of 10 to 20 hertz. Two site observations of UAPs at a base of 120 kilometers with two synchronous cameras allowed the detection of a variable object at a latitude of 1,100 kilometers. It flashes for 1/100th of a second on average. So they have all these readouts of all these UAPs, UFOs that are occupying the same airspace as Ukrainian military and probably Russian military up there in the sky. I believe at this point that the United States has deployed its wonder weapons. If you remember months ago, we read about a flap of UFO sightings in Great Britain at the time. It was just when the Ukraine war kind of kicked off. And it's like, it looks like they're maybe moving these weird technologies into place for use in Ukraine. And I think that's what's happening here. I think that a lot of this UFO technology that was locked up like at Skunk Works and all these other defense contractors, well, they got some stuff that's useful. It is now in possession of the United States Air Force, and they are deploying it to dominate the skies over the Ukraine and to send a signal to Russia that you can't do anything in the air over here. I think that's exactly what's happening here. It is basically a signal to both China and Russia that we have deployed crazy technology. And if you remember, I would believe it was like 5 years ago, there was footage that came out of Iran of a UFO strafing right across the front of some anti-aircraft artillery, and it zoomed off. It looked like a very large glowing orb that strafed right across the Iranian military. Then in 2019, there was some very clear 4K footage out of Utah of a UFO coming over a hill and zooming past the camera. And there was speculation at the time that that was either Navy or Air Force related because of where that footage was shot in relation to a military base. Now we're seeing the same objects in the sky over Ukraine. In 2017, you had the USS Nimitz and the Tic Tac, which by all accounts, at this point, you got to assume that Tic Tac FLIR footage, that's our technology. That's our technology. It's not alien technology. That is our technology that they were testing out in some training scenario, and that footage was leaked. It was not officially released by the Navy because the Navy has refused to release any additional footage for fear that it could compromise national security. And so I think all those weapons over there add UFOs to it. That's what they got over there in Ukraine, and the U.S. is doing much more than just giving money to the Ukrainians. They got boots on the ground, and they got UFOs in the air helping them dominate the skies. That's it. You don't believe me? Fine. It's true.
I mean, it's all happening.
It's fucking happening, is what I'm saying.
It's all happening.
Sorry, it's a family show.
So there was a book written about 35 years ago called Red Storm Rising about it was a Tom Clancy and Mark Greaney. I can't remember who wrote that one. Just two people wrote it. It was about a theoretical World War III in the mid to late 1980s and what that would look like. And one of the things they used was there was a chapter, I specifically remember the name of it, called Night of the Frisbees. And it was talking about the U.S. using their advanced, unproven Area 51 stealth interceptors as airborne penetrators, past enemy lines because they could not be picked up on radar and things like that. So this all predated the stealth program, or predated the public knowledge of the stealth program. But to your exact point, they were using the advanced planes that would be ordinarily captured, Aurora program style things would be captured as unknown flying objects or unknown aerial phenomenon, and they were using those in a war game scenario because the enemy couldn't, had no recourse basically. So
having tough time tracking them. They have really good. They have probably optical stealth at that point, and just weird propulsion systems that allow them just to not be targeted. I sincerely believe that's kind of what's happening here. If all the other stuff that we mentioned, Joe, is definitely happening. There's news headlines. There are people talking about it. We got to go a little bit further, because that's what this world has taught us, is that you have to take it one step further and go to some lunacy. And in there's going to be some approximation of reality and truth. And I think that's where we're at. I mean, you think this world's crazy. I don't think you've seen anything yet.
Well,
it's not like they're going to come out and say, yeah, we deployed UFO technology. We deploy these advanced fighters. They might, but if you remember, I'm sorry, I keep saying if you remember, but you remember
the 21st of September.
But there's been this slow dribble of this stuff on Twitter, ranging from weird, black kind of Delta shaped aircraft that was filmed leaving an Air Force base, and it looked like pretty advanced stuff. There's clear photographs now, much more clear photographs of UFOs. So it's like this slow drip to get people acclimated to the possibility that this technology is there. The only question is who is in control of it, and I believe the United States Air Force is finally in control of it and is deploying it. Maybe in conjunction with the Navy, but I don't know what role the U.S. Navy has with the Ukraine conflict. All right, we'll go over there and we'll take some phone calls here. 614-388-9109.
I'm going to open the phones up. Now let's go ahead and take the phone calls.
Or you can Skype directly in if you so choose. We covered so many different things here. Let's recap. On the 24th of September, something may or may not happen. Mm-hmm. The meeting that the CIA had with Pelosi and a couple of Republicans may or may not have anything to do with the possible assassination attempt on Vladimir Putin. Am I correct on that one, Joe?
I think it just has something to do with something. That's again why I say don't speculate. Put all these pieces together. What the fuck does it mean? I don't know. Something's going on.
Something's going on.
Wrong.
Nothing's going on. Everything's business as usual. Right? I don't know. Maybe it's not. Something goofy's going on, that's for sure. And with the most recent news that there could be a railroad strike coming up.
Yes.
The unions are not coming in. The unions are not agreeing with the proposed settlement, and so we could have a giant railroad strike here by week's end. Caller, you're on the air.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right.
Hello?
Do you know? Hey, can you get me a hold of Sean Stone?
Can I get you a hold of him?
Yeah, I need to get his number.
You need his number for what? I can't just give out people's numbers.
He owes me money.
He owes you money? How much he owe you?
$2 grand.
Okay. Well, tell you what, give me an email and I'll put you in contact with Sean Stone.
Yeah, he was going to make some movie out here, and he had us work, and he didn't pay us.
Really?
Would have been cool. Yeah, it would have been cool. I was making Mothman, Wendigo, all sorts of monsters.
So he had you do work on a production for movies, and he didn't pay you?
Yeah, there's some all the money didn't go through. So everyone was working on it, and it just shut down.
Fell through. So how much time did you put on the movie?
2 weeks.
2 weeks of time? So that's a few $1,000s that he owes you, right?
So he said 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you try hiring a goon squad?
Yeah, they respond well to goon squads.
Not the geek squad, because they're just going to find child porn on your computer.
Well, I can get you his email address. I personally do not have his telephone number, but I probably could get his email address for you.
Who talks to people on the phone anymore?
Yeah, I don't know.
All I do is sext and send dick pics over AirDrop on the airplane.
Like a year ago, so.
Yeah, I know it's like a year ago, but still, I mean, if you want some sort of resolution, and I understand that it's time. Time's money, as they say. Remember that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hey, email me. I'll send you his email address. That's the best I could do.
Yeah, all right, maybe.
All right, man.
Right, this is the Vendetta show.
Yep.
Any other personal favors I can help people out with? Need your trash taken out?
Legs for anybody, or
can we come over and wash your car?
You know, like a horse thrown into anybody's bed or something like that. Possibly like a dead horse, like a horse head, not a live one. That'd be awkward.
You didn't specify. I got live horses ready to go.
I want you to put a horse in this guy's bed.
He's into it.
He likes that stuff.
The horse likes it too.
I owe him a favor. Call, you're on Revenge Hotline. Go ahead.
Oh dear. I was calling. I have had a slightly paranormal experience recently. I saw an orb. First time ever I saw like a glowing orb.
What color was it?
Sort of like whitish, yellow orange.
Were you standing next to a lamp without a lampshade on it?
No, I was way out in the woods. Watched the sunset, and then I was watching this plane come towards me, and it seemed very peculiar. Just like the direction that it was coming and the way that it was lit. And then I could see, like, it looked like it was coming to me, like, from the west.
Now,
like, kind of like straight at me.
Yeah, how close did it get?
Well, it was just on the horizon, and so it was like a false horizon, because I was looking up at sort of like a range of mountains. So, you know, the sun set, but maybe like an hour and a half earlier than like the actual sunset. But it was like this plane that was coming straight at me for the longest time, and it never like got closer. And then all of a sudden it started tracking like directly like south. Like it just changed direction, but it stayed in the same, like the same framework of the horizon.
So did you
and that's when I really took notice, and it went behind a tree and it just disappeared.
So how, like, so it was quite a distance away, miles away, correct?
Yeah. I would say, you know, maybe like 2,000 feet up.
Okay.
And, you know, maybe, you know, like I could see it coming from miles away, it felt like.
I mean,
but it never got any closer. It changed like all of a sudden it was the same size, but it wasn't a plane that was like reflecting the sunset. It was, you know, it was like a ball of light that was just streaking across the sky.
Where were you at?
Oh, like I was just like in the woods.
I know, but what state? What state are you in?
Confusion. In Washington State, up on the Olympic Peninsula.
Okay. You know if there's a history?
Yeah, I went camping for my birthday. You know, that happy belated birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday. How old are you? 27?
Oh yeah, exactly.
Okay, good.
No, I just turned 45.
Built good.
Well, I mean, that region of the country does have like a lot of paranormal activity. At that distance, it's tough to tell if it's an actual like a UFO, a plane, or, you know, orbs that people commonly see in the woods, which are much more paranormal and oftentimes invoke horrible feelings of like dread and fear and terror. And now you didn't experience any of those feelings, did you?
Or anything. I thought for sure it was a plane, and I was just like, oh, that's curious. You know, I'm watching the sunset. I've been camping for like 2 weeks. Haven't seen a single plane, and then here's this plane coming at like this odd direction, and then nothing fit.
Did you take a picture?
No, and that's what I understand is because I was just like trying to. I swore it was a plane. You know, and then I was like, oh, that's not a plane. And then I was trying to figure it out. And then by the time it became like a ball of light and it was like in the tree line right next to me, then it disappeared. And I was like, oh.
So it actually got close to you. So it actually got closer to you.
Yeah, I would say at the last spot, it was probably a couple 100 feet away.
Okay, we should have led with that. So it did get close to you. So did you experience any sort of other weirdness? Like did the surroundings go quiet? Did you have any sort of emotional reaction?
No, it was nothing like that. Once I realized that it wasn't a plane and all of that stuff, it was like as soon as I became aware of it is when it disappeared.
Yeah. I've heard that before.
You know, and then it's like, oh man, I could have filmed that for like, you know, but I don't need, that's the thing. I didn't need like a phone between me and what I was looking at. I was still trying to figure out what it was, not documented. I was just like, what is that?
Yeah. Well, sound like you had a bit of a UFO experience, or at least some kind of ball of light, you know?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was just some weird ball of light. It was interesting.
Well, hey, man, thank you for the call. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Take care.
I will say I'm concerned about the camping for over 2 weeks because I'm pretty sure that counts as homeless in some states.
It could be, and he can go a lot longer than a lot of people on that show alone, which some people freak out after 24 hours and have to leave.
Yeah, what the hell?
They just can't deal with being alone, hence the name. But he did it. 45. Well, I mean, that area of the country, there's a lot of weirdness up there. Definitely a lot of weirdness. I'd like to see something like that. I haven't had any sort of sighting like that that came closer. Like it's on the horizon. You think it's one thing, and then as it approaches, you're like, oh, that's definitely not a plane. It's too close to the tree line, and it's too low to the ground. I've never had a sighting like that.
It's a good thing it wasn't a plane if it was that close.
Yeah, he probably would have been dead. Or he would have spent the rest of his camping trip helping out survivors and maybe eating them to stay alive.
That's right. He just comes out of the woods. I'll save you. Come with me. Come to my cave.
I lived. No. I'm going to eat you.
I've been out here for 2 weeks. I'm out of food.
I don't need to eat you, but I will. Just giving the beer to the baby.
Yeah. Feed the kid.
Toddler wants a Pabst.
There was no kid there. He was just doing Foley work. He's an amazing Foley artist to give the overall ambience of what it's like to live in Chile. Okay.
Just a bunch of babies drinking beer.
Yeah, hanging out, chilling. They're partying because there's no more COVID restrictions. Even the babies party.
You do chill in Chile. That's what you got to do.
All right, Critchard. I think it's time for you to do your thing. I don't want to...
That's the wrong music!
Oh, you're right. Damn it, you're right.
Yeah, fix it.
You blew it!
I did. I blew it.
All right, we got a whole bunch of stuff here. I got wrestling pizza guy. I got the internet making up names for NASA missions. I got a guy trying to warn Space Force about aliens.
I think we got to do wrestling pizza guy.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's look at these headlines.
Yeah, we like wrestling and we like pizza. So I don't think we would be a very good podcast if we didn't touch on both those topics at the same time.
This comes from Sports Illustrated.
Seriously?
Mm-hmm.
Sports Illustrated, SI.com. Meet Luigi Primo, wrestling's pizza-making viral sensation.
That's some good news on that front.
There is quite a bit of video of this guy.
Okay. So the world is finally getting to know Luigi Primo. Or is it Primo? I guess it's Luigi Primo. While he has been wrestling for 7 years, his overnight sensation moment happened this past weekend. A clip of Luigi wrestling went viral, and for all the right reasons. In the 56-second snippet, he dazzles the crowd by spinning pizza dough while performing his versatile assembly of moves. Luigi Primo is the best pizza maker in the business, says Chris Monica, who stepped out of character for the interview. He also believes he's the best wrestler in the world. Absolutely, he probably is. Now, the video is not coming up on my screen. Maybe I have to turn off ad blocker.
Could be. It's an embedded Twitter thing, so it may be breaking shit for you.
It probably is. Let me see if I can go. Here it is. I'll see if I can bring it up on screen. There's some sort of ad.
That's the ad. Scroll down. It's about halfway down, annoyingly.
Oh, I got to turn my ad shield back on then. Turn the ad shield back on. Okay, let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, here we go. And the
It's hard to assemble. Are you ready? Okay. Ring the bell.
Wait, just to describe it at home. It is an older, like what looks to be like an older gentleman. He's kind of got like a peppered hair, and he's twirling pizza around. And I'll see if I can bring up the audio here for everyone to hear, because it's amazing audio here that people. And he's twirling pizza. And his opponent is just standing there looking dumbfounded as he's twirling pizza. And like, I got to say, his opponent is very compliant with his pizza making shenanigans. He's very crafty. I give that.
Who gives a shit? Who gives a fuck?
And so they're just like, this is ridiculous. This
Making pizza.
Well, he did say this to him after the show.
Just you and I getting it on like two men should do.
Oh boy, it got a little weird.
I'm gonna come on you like nobody's ever come on you before. When I was tasting you, brother, I found you to be not so bad at all.
That's what the pizza guy said. Huh?
I'm gonna have you. I'm gonna get to touch your body.
Yeah, but you can have pizzas with white sauce.
You can
jerk a knot in your ass.
Nearly 7 years ago, Monica first performed the Luigi Primo character as a one-off during a backyard wrestling show in Texas. He instigated the crowd by boasting that Italy was better than Texas, further agitating them by mocking Lone Star Beer for lacking the qualities of a great alcoholic beverage. So he's a real rabble-rouser. This guy's a real problem. So now he's a viral sensation, and he'll squander it and get fat by eating too much pizza, probably. Okay, this guy's a real show.
The next step would be he should be partially halfway through his match. He should put the pizza in the oven.
Yes,
and then he should get the pizza out, and he should eat slices of pizza while he's wrestling.
He needs to roll out a brick oven on like a little wagon, and then he makes a pizza during the match, and then after the match he picks the bricks up and starts hurling them at the audience, like to really take it to the next level. I'm just
a real show out of it.
Yeah, make it a real thing. And then you can sell pizza to the crowd, like as like part of the concession.
You could sell the actual pizza.
Yeah.
This has been touched by men.
All right. Well, I mean, you can check it out. Go on YouTube, look up Inspire AD. I think this is some sort of wrestling channel. This low cost, low rent wrestling. So,
but
all your
pizza.
wrestling needs. Joe, when's the last time you watched wrestling? Like for real?
It's only if it comes through on some goddamn YouTube, whatever. I don't know what the fuck is happening with wrestling.
I watched Royal Rumble Part 2 not too long ago. It's pretty good.
Is it? Do you know any of the wrestlers who are doing stuff?
Well, it was the second Royal Rumble, so it was like the Bushwhackers,
Demolition.
It was like
OG
old
shit.
Yeah, it was old stuff.
Do they do I mean, honestly, I loved wrestling. It was like a fucking cold turkey break when I decided it was over.
Yeah.
It's still real to me, damn it.
Still real to me too. All right. Let's do another story. I don't like this guy.
I need some transition music.
Oh shit! God damn!
Giving you any more stories.
I'm really failing here.
Mike's got a fee.
All right, I'm fine. Yeah, I just got a message from our manager. It says I'm failing.
Said anybody watching pizza wrestling?
No, he's complaining about my lack of promptness on those transitions.
Let's see. So we got Florida guy arrested while trying to warn Space Force about aliens and dragons. We got Michael Myers out on the beach in Florida. It's 2 Florida stories.
I think we got to go with Space Force and dragons. I mean,
and then I've got 2 specific. I'm going to mention them now. 2 specific follow-up stories because you've got sound drops for one of them, and the other one we keep covering. So one is about world leaders' toilet habits and how they travel. We
know what they do.
Mm-hmm.
They're just flushing toilets 10 times, 15
People are
times.
flushing toilets 10 times, 15 times.
And I do that now. I flush my toilet 10 times or 15 times.
And then I have a follow-up because you've got sound drops for this one of another person with a dead raccoon.
Huh.
Oh, sweet. That's kind of cool.
A lot of dead raccoons.
I got to flush like at least 5 to get the blood out of the bowl.
Mm-hmm. And plus all the Amazon packages you got to flush down there.
That's true. What if I have to move?
Yeah. We're going to need a bigger toilet.
Need the biggest one you got. Here's your Space Force story.
Space Force. All right. Let's take a look at this.
Space Force.
Yes, Florida man arrested while trying to warn Space Force about a battle between aliens and dragons. All right.
That's good news.
That's what people should do. If you see something, say something. Warn the authorities. An Ocala man has been arrested after stealing a car in attempt to access Patrick Space Force Base. According to the Brevard County Sheriff's Office, Corey Johnson, 29. I got to say, there's just no way the picture, like this guy is a 29-year-old.
Yeah.
This guy looks 58.
Got some city miles.
I had 20, 30 years.
He's had a hard life.
That's what meth will do to you.
He's seen a lot of dragons.
He's seen a lot of drugs, is what he's seen.
Jesus Christ. No wonder he's warning the Space Force about it. He's been fighting dragons all by himself.
Well, when they asked him, what kind of drugs are you on right now? He said, yes.
Whatever. Just do it. According to the Brevard County Sheriff's Department, Corey Johnson, 29, stole a truck in Rivera Beach before heading north to the base 3 days later. What do you do with those in those 3 days?
Lots of drugs.
Probably drugs, talking to dragons, trying to negotiate between the dragons
he
and
trying
Space
to
Force.
negotiate a peace there. Yeah, it didn't work.
He's trying to find out if there could be some kind of reconciliation. Probably not, though. While trying to get into Patrick Space Force Base, Johnson claimed the president told him through his mind that he needed to steal a truck to warn government officials about the U.S. alien fighting Chinese dragons. Okay.
This is major news.
A lot of facets to this story.
Yeah. So, okay. He needs to warn U.S. officials about U.S. aliens fighting Chinese dragons. Johnson was arrested and booked in Boulevard County Jail and has been charged with grand theft of a motor vehicle. This is what you get when you try to help. When you try to be a good Samaritan, you try to warn people, you wind up just going to jail. Well, Patrick Space Force Base is located between Satellite Beach and Cocoa Beach. I was down there. That's where I was vacationing earlier this year.
Did you go to Patrick Space Force Base?
I drove past it, actually. I drove past it a few times. I found it to be intriguing.
Did you have somebody's truck and you kept yelling out the window?
I did not have a truck, no yelling, no dragons either. Not that I saw.
You weren't on the right drugs.
Yeah. See, so this is roughly 18 miles from Kennedy Space Center. It's the home of Cape Canaveral and the home where space launch Delta 45 is. Delta 45 is one of my favorite Deltas. I like Delta 19 and Delta Force from Chuck Norris.
Oldsmobile used to have a car called a Delta 88.
Nice. We read, we did a whole article that you had, Cratchit, about the Space Force and all this Delta patches.
Mm-hmm.
And they had like these weird patches of like an Egyptian pharaoh overlooking the earth, a Sasquatch kind of creature carrying a sword, trampling over earth. All these different Delta patches. Very weird. So this is Delta 45. All right. Well, didn't ask for comment from Space Force about the dragons. Like they just assumed that he was wrong. They didn't do any follow-up.
Yeah. What the heck? Nice reporting, people. I mean, you could have had story of the century here.
We had more reporting on Luigi the wrestler and his pizza. Like that was like
Luigi the wrestler.
10 paragraphs about Luigi the pizza twirling wrestler, and we get like a couple sentences about the U.S. versus alien versus Chinese dragon conflict that's going to happen.
Well, to be fair, just based on him claiming that there are Chinese space dragons fighting U.S. aliens, whatever that means, and the president having mind powers forcing him to commit Grand Theft Auto, this dude needs his own show on History Channel.
Well, I mean, he didn't say what president. I'm assuming Biden. So
good point.
Biden's to blame. This is Biden driving people crazy again. Okay. Interesting, though. I would like to know the drugs. If at all. Yeah.
Maybe that's what they should have asked him when they pulled him over. Dude, what drugs are you on and where did you get them?
Yeah. We need more information. I guess we could call him. We could actually probably pay for his bail and get him out there so he can continue his mission. I don't know how much his bail is.
His continuous mission of defending us from Chinese space dragons.
Stealing trucks and doing math and fighting dragons. Someone's got to do it. I'm too busy. All right.
Sounds like perfect fodder for the Union of the Unwanted next time.
Yep.
I had to give you shit for talking. The last show, it's like you guys have so much credibility with your guests. I don't think Skinwalker Ranch is completely out of bounds, but be careful. Like, come on.
I thought the episode was good. The entire Union of the Unwanted was about UFOs, tricksters, and what possibly might be going on there. I thought their analysis is that there's some real paranormal stuff going on there, but it has since been turned into like a psychological operation run by the military. I thought it's completely plausible in a likely scenario.
Yeah. It's we talk about it with the hologram planes and everything else. Yeah, for sure.
It could be like a real situation. Like,
I just worry that you guys got such a good track record with bringing on some really, really laudable people.
Yeah.
That if you start venturing too far outside, I honestly, it's like free speech is a big deal.
Yeah, you just got to do your thing. And if people are going to say, well, you're talking about Skinwalker Ranch, I can't come on your show because you guys are lunatics. Well, that's not fun. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
You just kind of got to be who you are. And there's some,
right. It's like, do I want to talk to them anyway? If they don't want to talk to me because I talk about this, that's the same thing, with a lot of people I know. It's like, all right, I get it, but you're cool. I like hanging out with you.
Yeah. Hey, I talk about a lot of what's considered crazy stuff, but that's what I like. I like talking about weird things that are.
My sister doesn't believe dinosaurs exist. I still love my nieces and my nephew and everything. So
he's right. They don't. Okay. He's just really.
Maybe I don't know. I've never seen a dinosaur, so she could be 100% right.
All right, Christian. I played the news theme. And
yeah, but that was so long ago. You better play it a second time.
Yeah, there you go. I like that Cretchet is a steering wheel.
What are we doing?
Lean over.
What are we doing?
All right. So you guys want Dead Raccoon so you can use all your sound drops?
I think the Dead Raccoon has to happen.
Do you want Royal Traveling Toilets?
We'll do both, but roll Raccoon right now.
All right. Also have Michael Myers on vacation.
Nah, I saw that one.
Yeah.
Michael Myers is on vacation. Where's he go?
He's just a dude on the beach.
Florida Beach.
Oh, fuck that guy. Not really Michael Myers.
How do you know? Maybe that's where Michael Myers goes between murdering people.
Well, with the mask on, it could have been the guy with the dragons and shit.
Also, by the way, this Dead Raccoon story is from Cleveland. So,
wow.
Cuyahoga Falls, I believe.
The hop, skip, and a jump away from me.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's check it out. Let's see here. Summit County woman is facing charges after throwing dead raccoon at abortion clinic.
That's some goddamn bullshit.
And there's video. There's video of her chucking a dead raccoon at an abortion clinic.
But she only bring one.
Yeah, I know. Load up your SUV with them. They're everywhere. Let them know how you really feel. Maybe
steal a truck if you need to.
Yeah. There's a news report.
Take a look at this. This Summit County woman pulls up to the Northeast Ohio Women's Center on State Road in Cuyahoga Falls. As you can see in the video, some employees walk up to her car to see if she's a patient. This employee was working in the front office. She wanted to be anonymous for her own safety.
She flings an egg at the door. The escorts open their umbrellas.
She tells me the wild scene happened back on August 15th.
I am tired. She rips open the carton, throws it on the ground, backs up into the intersection, then turns around in the intersection, comes up onto the sidewalk, and almost hits one of our volunteers, who's a minor. We were more worried about her than anything else, but she was okay, shaken up, but okay.
So they cleaned up the mess and called the cops.
An hour to the dot, she shows back up.
She tells me the other employees ran inside in a panic and locked the doors.
She's coming across the street with a bag. And at first, we didn't know what it was. It was just a black bag.
When you first saw her on the cameras coming up with the black bag, what was going through your mind? Were you afraid that it could have been
You don't want to go in there, bro.
Oh, yeah, I was worried about everybody else, but I'm just sitting there going, well, are you that crazy? And I was just sitting there watching the cameras, just like, well, if it is, it is.
You can see the woman chuck the bag at the clinic. But when this
motherfucking white man, I don't know what the fuck
she noticed
he was.
something strange peeking out of the bag.
There's something in that bag. It looks like a tail. And I was like, I think that's a dead animal.
And it was a dead raccoon.
Yeah, he needs to go to jail.
3 options. She killed it. She went around looking for it for an hour. Or she had it. All options are insane.
Cuyahoga Falls police identified the woman as Melissa Strelick. But when officers went to her home to confront her, she lost it and tried to attack the officers, hitting one of them. She was charged with criminal mischief, littering, and assaulting a police officer, which is a felony.
It's the rogue ones that scare us to all get out.
Really been heating up here at the clinic ever since Roe v. Wade was overturned. She tells me a lot of their regular protesters have gotten a lot nastier. She thinks it's because they're angry that they haven't shut their doors. Reporting
Get the fuck away from me, you retarded motherfucker!
Hey, does Kelly Kennedy need more plastic surgery, you think? Or less?
It's just, it's crazy. She looks completely fake. Looks completely fake.
This nigga done brung a dead raccoon in the motherfucking McDonald's.
Hey, so I love, okay, so the one other thing that stuck out for me is that there was a minor volunteer at an abortion clinic.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, kids, come get involved.
Jesus Christ. I guess that's the closest dead animal she could find. But I just think of the symbolism here. So she threw a dead raccoon into the abortion clinic, and then she attacked police officers. This is crazy. She's deranged. This is a deranged woman. Deranged.
She's very pro-life, though.
Just think of like how much time she spent with a dead raccoon. She had to find one and then determine exactly when.
No. If they said she was going there a bit, right? Like it wasn't the first time she's been fucking around with them.
Yeah,
she probably just found one and just was like, "All right, I'll mix it up today.
It's go time. Let's do it."
Yeah.
Today's the day I do it.
So you think she saw some roadkill and said, "Man, someone should get that off the road. I can take it off the road and I'll take it over to the abortion clinic."
The idea that she's like holding on to it, like, lady, you're fucking selling baby parts. All right. So like the speculation here is, it goes both ways, but I would imagine that she probably has some animus towards the abortion people.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's not cool. It's not right. I'm pro-life reluctantly, or I'm pro-choice reluctantly because it's not my fucking business. But at the same time, it's like she's fucking deeply. But the people who are trying to kill Brett Kavanaugh are pretty intense too. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I agree. This is. I like to believe that she had this dead raccoon in her freezer for just such an occasion.
There you go.
Like she was holding on to it.
Yeah, she keeps her eyes open. When she sees a good one, she sets it aside.
Yes.
It's like, hey, when I need to pick me up, I'm going to go grab one of today we'll do raccoon. Yeah, we'll do raccoon today.
No, she has a chest freezer. She has a chest freezer for anything, just in case.
You got a whole assortment of like dead possums and raccoons.
A rabbit in there. Got a squirrel. Its face is crushed. The eyeballs like coming out.
Deer head.
just the head.
This one's going to BP for environmental concerns. This one's going to Arby's.
And you want to use defrost. You want to use defrost or set it out overnight.
Yeah, I mean, because you throw it like a frozen dead raccoon at somebody, that can do some real damage.
Yeah, you would have been charged with a lot worse.
You want a little bit of splatter when you wing that at someone.
I wonder if when the cops showed up, she started hitting them with the other dead animals to defend herself.
She just kept pulling dead animals out of pockets. She whipped 2 squirrels at me, had a handful of chipmunks, distracted us with a bunch of dead cats. We got into a police chase with her, and she was just tossing dead dogs out of the car. We had to swerve around them. God. All her weapons are dead animals.
You can get shit done with a dead raccoon in the bag. People take you serious. They don't fuck around.
Do you think that would work? You go to the government office, you go to the DMV or something like that. You just take the dead raccoon in and you just put it on the counter with you while you're there.
Yeah, it's like as your traveling companion.
Yes. Go about your day, but have the raccoon with you, and I bet people treat you a little differently.
Yeah. Okay, one last story, Cretchen. We'll get over there and get this done.
Red alert.
All right, I'm going to give you this one because it's super short and amuses me because they're basically leaning into the memeology of it, I guess.
Okay, we like memes.
So, and this is a follow-up to a story we did a couple months ago where, and I think it's even come up on No Agenda recently, that they're talking about this like Mexican pizza at Taco Bell, and apparently this is like the bee's knees, and everyone has been clamoring for this.
Yeah, people have been talking.
Which I don't get, but hey, whatever. But here's a response to the Mexican pizza from Taco Bell.
Yes, looks like we got a headline over here. Pizza Hut unveils new Italian taco in response to Taco Bell's Mexican pizza.
Man, I got mixed emotions about this one.
Oh, an Italian taco. Okay, as anxious fans eagerly await the return of Taco Bell's Mexican pizza on September 15th. So that's today. Or no, tomorrow. Tomorrow you can go to Taco Bell and get your Mexican pizza.
I'm camping out overnight.
I'm going there. Pizza Hut is responding to the competition with the introduction of the new Italian taco.
Oh, really?
Yes. Shots fired. Pizza Hut describes.
Shots fired.
This is a Cold War. This is a fast food Cold War going on right here.
Old leftovers war.
Yes. Pizza Hut describes the Italian taco as featuring a hand-tossed taco, shell stuffed with a classic marinara sauce, melted mozzarella cheese, and which other fillings you choose from pepperoni to pepper jack, a.k.a. slice of pizza folded like a taco. Oh, I wonder how the
pepper jack. What's on that?
jalapenos. Jesus Christ! I got pepper jack out of it. I can't read. I got pepper jack. Yeah, it says jalapenos pretty explicitly right there.
And you've got jalapeno drops that you could use.
I do, and I totally missed it because I said pepper jack. Jesus Christ,
boner.
I wonder what the wrestler Luigi Primo thinks of this. Is he still going to have like
Italian taco?
Italian tacos in the ring now?
That could be his nickname, Luigi Primo, the Italian taco.
The Italian taco, yes. Well, unwilling to fold to the competition, Pizza Hut's cheeky Italian taco can be enjoyed by anyone simply by folding over a slice of pizza taco style. All right? There you go. Why? Because hashtag no one out pizzas the Hut. In other words, stay in your lane, Taco Bell. Pizza Hut's calling out Taco Bell big time. They're saying, fuck around and find out what happens.
That's right.
And they even put out like a little Twitter, like they're really throwing down.
And so there's a TikTok. There's video of this.
No, yeah, they're doing TikToks. They're doing everything. That's it. That's the pizza. It's just a folded over pizza, and then some kid comes onto the screen and eats it. That's it. Like folding your pizza is
People do that all the fucking time.
Yeah, this is fucking bullshit.
It's bullshit.
This is stupid.
You know, if they wanted to do something about this, they could just do a regular pizza, because the folding thing is the taco part. But I mean, I guess, is there a seasoning thing to it? But it would be
no. They're just saying take any pizza and fold it. Now it's a taco.
This is stupid.
So you could do a recipe. Like, everybody knows I like to cook. Anyone who listens knows I like to cook. You would take salsa, you would add xanthan gum, you would use like pizza or taco cheese, you know, cotija, you would use cilantro, you would do all that shit, and you could make an actual pizza, and you didn't have to fold it, because why the fuck do you do that? Like, that's not.
I get my Mexican style pizzas exclusively from Chacho's.
There you go.
They're 27 pounds. They do not cook well.
They need to put mozzarella stuffed, you know, tortillas as well.
This whole thing that we read, they're just folding over a piece of pizza, calling it a taco. It's deceptive advertisement. What this is?
Bullshit. All of it.
You're upset they didn't come up with an actual recipe. They just folded pizza.
Right? Yeah. Did they do anything?
No.
We got tricked. It was a ruse.
Stupid.
We got bamboozled.
So stupid. I would have literally made taco flavored sausage, you know, using like the things you use to make that, and like make it like a taco flavored thing, but on a pizza.
Yeah, exactly, Joe. Like, go the distance. Like, actually put a little effort into this.
But that's what Taco Bell's doing with the Mexican pizza. They're making a pizza out of all the appropriate ingredients. So
no. They're making tacos. They're making tacos and putting them in the shape of a pizza. So it's all taco stuff on a pizza. Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah. So if taco, or if damn it, I'm doing it now. If Pizza Hut did that, if they did what you said and made a taco ingredient based pizza, that's exactly the same thing that Taco Bell's doing. So now you got two on the market. We don't need two of these.
Really, it's the same fucking thing then. Right? It's 6 of one, half dozen of the other.
It's just aggravating that.
Now I want to know: can you get a Mexican pizza from Taco Bell and fold it like a taco, or does it break and go everywhere?
This is very upsetting to me.
It's very upsetting. This is like going to Church's, Popeyes, KFC. It's like, I guess it's fried chicken.
Mike, what was the chicken fight restaurant or chicken fight neighborhood you used to live near, or whatever? It was like.
It was Chicken Corner.
Chicken Corner, yeah.
It was the nexus point of all chicken restaurants in Columbus, and they had Churches, they had Cane's, they had KFC. They at one point in time, each one was on a corner, so any kind of chicken that you wanted, and you could go there, and they would offer.
You could do the chicken crawl.
You could do the chicken crawl.
Chicken crawl. After the third bucket, you're like, oh, no more chicken.
I need this bucket for my
backside of this time.
Just give me the empty bucket.
Goddamn Pizza Hut.
We got you.
So now I want to know, could we have, is there potential for somewhere in the country, there's got to be a Pizza Hut doing this right next to a Taco Bell with a Mexican pizza, and then go out and fight.
I'm with you on this. Like, this is total BS. This is just
so Face to the Screen has a good idea. Pizza nachos. Now that's one that Pizza Hut could grab and say, fuck you, nachos? Taco Bell. Pizza nachos would be, instead of salsa or whatever, you'd put like spaghetti sauce on them.
Just some
mozzarella cheese. Oh, yeah. Mozzarella
and then you'd
cheese.
have mozzarella cheese,
and
little
meatballs.
Pepperoni. It would be like Italian meatballs,
just like my mama used to make. Yeah.
At that point, aren't you guys just talking about nachos with different sauce?
Yeah,
probably
fettuccine sauce, like a cream sauce instead of queso.
Ooh, yeah. Ritz crackers in there with some cheese.
Sprinkle some crushed Oreos on top.
Put some Oreos in there.
Yeah, garlic bread.
Pour a Diet Coke over the top of it. Serve it in a big bowl with Lucky Charms.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
What the fuck? Top it off with a bunch of maple syrup. It's great. Oh, God. Eating like a 9-year-old who's being left home for the first time.
Everything you described there would probably be a better marketing campaign for pizza than what they did.
I know. Dude,
okay, so what you're saying is Pizza Hut should have said, look, as long as we're just putting random shit on top of bread and calling it pizza,
how
about this? Just start piling stuff in there.
Yeah. Why not? All right, we're getting out of here.
We're getting out of here.
Getting out of here.
Black hole.
Black hole.
Say black hell or black hole?
Black hole.
Black hole.
Black hole.
All right. How many syllables are in the word hole? Good Lord.
Hole. Hole.
Prepare your last will and testament for the 24th.
Well,
we don't have long.
We got about a week's time.
Yeah.
We got
about
a
week and a few days.
We got 2 more shows before that.
Yeah. So we'll keep an eye on the situation, obviously, as events continue to unfold. And you'll know. People out there will know first.
Yeah, unless they die.
And then at which point they probably wouldn't care.
No.
I would hope.
He's dead.
He's dead, so you just got to watch out for that. You got to be careful.
You got to be careful. Oops,
he's dead.
Another pedophile bites the dust.
Well, everyone can go to obdmpod.com for all your OBDM needs. There's links to our Instagram over there, Twitter. I did get a message on Instagram from some guy who went down to the meadow, the South version of Skinwalker Ranch. I'll talk about that on Saturday.
I'm glad you saw that.
I'll talk about that on Saturday. Because I had the general idea of where it was, and he confirmed kind of the location. So we'll talk about it on Saturday. We'll have a whole bunch more fun and shenanigans. And if you want to support the show, just go over there, obdmpod.com. Subscribe to the podcast. Leave us a review, please.
You got your chip, Mike, right?
I got the chip, yes.
I say beginning of the show.
I think that's a bad call. It's the entire show will just be the chip. But
no, I think the beginning of the show, because if you take it at the end of the show, then nobody sees it.
Did you guys read the warning on here about do not rub this in your eye immediately?
Do not.
I will try to accommodate.
You will
your
survive.
request,
You will survive. You will survive. I think if we do it at the beginning of the show, it's survivable. You saw my video.
Yeah, but it's not fun. It doesn't look what I saw didn't look fun to me.
It is fun.
We have different ideas of fun.
It's not fun for us. It's fun for the audience.
Okay, we'll talk about it. Thank
Fun
you, everyone.
for the whole
Thank you,
family.
Joe. Thank you, Cratchit. We'll talk everyone next time.
Oh yeah.
Keep watching the skis.
No way. Not this time. We made this one. It's a made-up tale. It never happened. We got you. It's a total fabrication.
Yep. And nice pickle. I need pickle. Fucking
I love
libertarianism or whatever.
Trudeau's not really smiling anymore.
Oh, for God's sake! Different people doing weird stuff.
We'll have sex with those dudes. They look good. Planet in what alternate universe is this? Bunga, Kona.
That's about all.
Shablagoo. Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.
Polite us out.